Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to go ahead and do a review on the PowerBlock Pro Series expansion set. If you guys are new to my channel and you like home gym equipment reviews, I'd encourage you to go ahead and subscribe because that's what I do weekly right here in my basement gym. So when it comes to the PowerBlocks, you're looking at stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. Stage 1 is going to go up to 50 pounds and it's going to retail for roughly $509 at the time of this recording. And then stage 2 and stage 3. Stage 2 is going to go from 50 pounds to 70 pounds, and that's going to be an additional $199. And then stage 3 is going to go from 70 pounds all the way up to 90 pounds, and that's going to be an additional $199 as well. So you're looking at roughly $907 for the entire set, not including shipping and handling and taxes. So the dimensions of stage 1 is going to be 12.5 inches for the length, 7 inches for the width, 7.25 inches for the height itself. So it's going to be a very compact design for the price. So as in the name itself, PowerBlock, it is going to be a block style design. So what that means, it's going to be more of an enclosed dumbbell design compared to your traditional hex dumbbell that has, 2 solid heads on each side. So I would encourage you to go ahead and go to your local sporting goods store and maybe try out this design and see if you like it or not before you commit to spending, $509, or if you buy the additional kits, $907 on a dumbbell set that you might not love. With that being said, if you enjoy this particular design, then this might be the last dumbbell set you're going to have to buy, because again, stage 1 50 pounds, stage 2 up to 70, and stage 3 up to 90 pounds. That is going to be a large amount of weight that you are going to have access to in your home gym. So the way the design itself works is PowerBlock is going to be kind of similar to a weight stack that you would find at your local gym. So when you go ahead and want to increase the weight on that weight stack, you're going to pull out the pin and you're going to go further down, and that's going to make the weight heavier, or if you want to keep it more lighter, you're going to be more toward the top. So the design, again, is similar with PowerBlocks. All these weights are going to be stacked on top of each other. The handle itself is going to have little grooves on the side, and what happens is you take this handle, you put it in the middle. These weights are connected with a side rail that is bolted together. You take this pin that PowerBlock provides, which is rated for a max of 500 pounds. You go ahead, you slide it in on the rail, make sure you line it up straight, and then this pin actually has magnets inside, so when it gets close to the metal rail, it's going to go ahead and snap and secure that weight in place. The handle itself is going to start out at 5 pounds, and then it has the option that you can go ahead and add these chrome weights inside. So each one of these chrome weights are going to be 2.5 pounds. And what happens is this handle has a little lever right here that's going to shift a metal plate a little bit off. And you're going to go ahead and take the weight, and you can go ahead and put that weight in. So 5 pounds now became 7.5. And then if you add another weight, you're looking at 10 pounds. The way to lock this is you can either manually lock it by going ahead and grabbing this lever and pulling it up, or you can keep this down, and then when you go ahead and insert it back into the weights, it's going to go ahead and lock in place. And what that means is it's going to keep those chrome weights inside the handle and they're not going to fall out. So PowerBlock Pro Series is going to offer urethane coated plates. So what that means is it's going to be much more quiet, and it's going to protect your plates for long-term use. There also is a cost when it comes to that, and that is the fact that urethane is 0.5 inches thick compared to something like a steel plate, which I believe is about 0.25 inches on my Sport Series. So it is going to get kind of awkward when you jump up in there in weight, depending on what exercise you're doing. I found when you do something like a chest press or an overhead press and you have quite a bit of weight on there, it's harder to get into position, and you might go ahead and lose a lot of energy trying to get into position before you're able to even complete your lift. The side rails are actually going to have color bands on them, so it's color coded, and on the handle itself is going to tell you what color is designated for the weight. Pros and cons when it comes to this dumbbell set. Obviously the pro is you're going to go ahead and you're going to be able to replace up to 90 pounds of weight, depending on which stage you buy. The biggest con when it comes to this PowerBlock design is obviously going to be the handle. You're either going to like the enclosed design for the handle or you're not going to like it. So again, I encourage you to go ahead and possibly try out this handle design before you commit to buying these weights. Otherwise, the con that I pointed out earlier, the urethane is going to add some thickness onto this dumbbell design. So when it gets up there in weight, you're looking at 16.5 inches for the length. Again, doing something like a chest press is going to be kind of difficult to do. Otherwise, the way that the handle design is made, it's going to be difficult to do something like a goblet squat. You don't have much to grab onto, or something like an overhead tricep extension. There's not much to grab onto except for putting both your hands into the handle and going ahead and trying to do that exercise. So I feel that that's going to be a con, because I know a lot of people, when it comes to doing home gym workouts, a goblet squat is one of the staples in their exercise routine. So keep that in mind with this dumbbell design as well. I hope you guys all enjoyed this review. If you did, please go ahead and leave a like. Otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful day.